Hello, my name is Amanda, and I did not like Trump in 2016, did not vote for him, hated him, and I am voting for him now in 2020, and I am trying to explain how and why my opinion of him changed over the past 4 years. So this actually doesn't have to do with Trump specifically, it actually has to do with Melania, which might sound strange, but actually seeing the just the media like representation of Melania over the past couple years, and also the way that my family talks about her is very eye-opening to me to see how hateful people are towards this woman, and that this is coming from the side that I certainly thought I was for my whole life, from the Democrats who are supposed to be like the nice guys, the good guys who care about people, and especially who care about minorities or people from other countries or immigrants. And man, I definitely have not seen that for her, right? Because she is an actual immigrant to the United States. She is the second foreign-born first lady of the entirety of our United States. And English was not her first language, so she speaks fluently 5 languages, which is amazingly impressive. You would think for a country that we would applaud that. We would say like, wow, this is a great accomplishment. How wonderful she speaks 5 languages. This is something to aspire to, right? I know I want my children to be bilingual or trilingual. How wonderful that we have that example. No, it was instead this very hateful, like, my God, she can't even speak English, or she sounds so foreign, or whatever. And I'm like, for me, that it came across as really mean. Um, very anti everything that my side is supposed to be for. The RNC speech this year in 2020, you had people like blue check Twitter people saying like, yuck, she sounds so foreign, and oh my God, she can't speak English. And I think Melania is lovely. I think she is lovely looking. My goodness, if you see a picture of her, she's a fashion icon. How in the world can we not look at her and think, how absolutely beautiful and gorgeous and wonderful she is. She's very soft spoken. I mean, if you've ever watched her interact with people, she seems lovely. And my goodness, even talking to my family, if you talk about Melania or anything that happens with her, man, the amount of negativity is intense, and I don't understand it other than we hate Trump, so we must hate Melania. Rah! Like fire coming out of their eyes. Talking to one of the people I love most in my life about her, and this woman in my life whom I love very much, just starts laughing, saying, she just looks like an abused wife to me. Like, ha ha ha, she's just the abused wife on the side. Like, my God, we would never say that about. I say we. I feel like, true liberal, nice. See, I still equate liberal as nice, right? Genuinely nice people wouldn't be like, oh, she looks like she's an abused lady, like meh, like joking about it. I, I don't get it. And then these tapes that dropped from her friend or whatever who recorded her in 2018, and now all these tapes have dropped. I listened to all those tapes, and I don't understand why the controversy was there about her. Like, I was sympathetic to Melania, and now maybe that's because my opinion of the Trump family has changed over these past 4 years. But my God. And it says like right there on the video, right, that they're talking in July of 2018. So this is like the lead up to the midterms. This is when that giant caravan was coming. Everyone was up in arms about the kids at the border, kids in cages, the big like Time magazine front page picture with Trump like looking down sternly at the little girl who's crying, who was never actually separated from her mom, but that's a different story. Anyway, so this is during that time in July of 2018, And she's talking to someone that she's confiding in, her friend, saying, you know, how frustrated she is, and she, you know, she doesn't want to work on Christmas right now, right? Because it's like it's the middle of July and she has to start working on Christmas, you know, now. So that's how it came across to me. Like, it's the middle of July. Who gives an F about Christmas right now? But that's what I have to do. I have to be planning for this, right? And her friend on the phone says, yes, you have no choice. This is what you have to work.
They say I'm complicit. I'm the same like him. I support him. I don't say enough. I don't do enough.
No.
Where I am, I'm working like a my ass off.
I know.
That Christmas stuff that, you know, who gives a about Christmas stuff and decoration, but I need to do it, right?
Yeah, but imagine 100%. You have no choice.
So Melania's like, cool. So then I start to work on Christmas, and then they're like, oh, see, you're working on Christmas. You don't even care about the kids. You don't care about the kids in cages. You don't care how awful your mean orange husband is. And so then she's like, okay, well, I do care. You know, I care. So she goes and she talks about actually her trip to the border, which was highly controversial, if you remember. And she talks about how the whole reason she went there was because she was trying to reunite a little girl with her mom. And when she gets there, she can't. She has no power as the first lady to say, like, I would like her to be held with her mom while you're figuring out this, you know, asylum process. She said it has to go through the laws.
And okay, and then I do it, and I say that I'm working on Christmas, planning for the Christmas. And they said, oh, what about the children that they were separated? Give me a break. Where they were saying anything when Obama did that?
I know.
I cannot go. I was trying to get the kid reunited with the mom. I didn't have a chance. Needs to go through the process and through the law.
And then after she's talking about like her actual experience there, like trying to reunite the little girl with her mom, but you can't because you have to make sure that this person actually is the little girl's mom, right? You don't just want to say like, oh, you say they're a parent and just have a child go with someone who's not really a parent but is like actually a trafficker or something. So she's talking about this experience, and then it's like, you know, they won't do the story. And when she's talking about this, she, like, if you listen to her voice, it sounds like she's about to cry, literally. Like, they won't do the story. They won't talk about, like, you know, why I went down there. They won't do the story because they hate me, because they hate Trump, because they hate my husband, you know. And she says, like, we've given them the story. I went down there, that like, this is what I was trying to do, but they don't care. They won't do the story.
They would not do the story. We put it out. They would not do the story.
I'm telling you.
You would not believe it. They would not do the story because they would not do the story because they are against us, because they're liberal media. Yeah, if I go to Fox, they will do the story. I don't want to go to Fox.
She says that, you know, she could go to Fox, but she doesn't want to go to Fox, which I you know, I actually applaud. Like, she doesn't want to seem like she's super partisan, just like, here's this one channel that will do the story. And it's sad to me to hear this. You know, in the news, it was the big breaking, like, you know, Melania doesn't give an F about the kids in cages. And, you know, to me, that comment, like, you know, who gives an F, or whatever it is specifically that she said, she's like, oh, she said, give me an effing break, right? And she wasn't saying that about the kids themselves. She was saying that about, like, all the reporters who are coming after her now who didn't give an F when it was Obama doing it, when it was the actual Obama administration who was building these cages, right? Who were building these facilities. Nobody cared then. So give me an effing break. Why are you coming after me now? Is how I took that comment. But, you know, all across the media, Melania, you know, give me an effing break. I don't care about the effing kids. Blah.
And they said, oh, what about the children that they were separated? Give me a break. Where they were saying anything when Obama did that?
It's sad. It's sad to see this. She, to me, just seems like, I mean, come on, her campaign is Be Best, and people make fun of her for it. They legitimately make fun of her for her trying to have her whole campaign to just be calm, be nicer to each other, just be, to me, what she seems to be. I mean, she doesn't come across as this, you know, evil, abused, you know, son of a blank wife. She comes across as this very kind of soft-spoken, nice lady, and someone with a demeanor to look up to and admire and aspire to be, as opposed to everything that everyone seems to be accusing her of. I'm sure that there are people who, you know, were on my team, right? The like good, decent liberals who are like, ah, she's with him, I hate her. And I just don't get it. The level of hatred, it turned me off. It really did. For a woman who doesn't seem to me to be doing anything negative, I don't understand all of the constant attacks on her. I know this isn't about Trump specifically, but just the amount of negativity all the time about anything Trump does is bad. Anything Trump's family does is awful, terrible. And just like listening to these tapes that were supposed to be, you know, so damning for Melania, and I'm listening to it and I'm like, man, I sympathize with her. So I don't know. I don't see it. I don't get it. And it's really pushed me away from the team that I, you know, that I thought I was on. So just another reason that that I am voting for Trump, that I am being pushed towards the right. So, okay.